I'm disappointed we lost. We're not good enough to win when we're not operating on most of our cylinders. And I think tonight, Rob wasn't himself, Justin wasn't himself, and yet we still had a chance to win a college basketball game. That's the good thing. But we have to be focused each and every time we come out on the floor. And I was curious as to what our focus would be today after we won yesterday. And for whatever reason, a couple of guys weren't as focused, and who knows why, you know, but we weren't as sharp. And they came out and threw the first punch, and we got a little off balance, and I thought we finished the half pretty well, and then the second half, we had too many breakdowns defensively, and they're a quick team, and they made shots, and you know, it was a little frustrating there. I've got to do a better job of getting Pop more shots than 7 in 44 minutes, and you know, that's something I need to work on. So, but we took a lot of threes, but we made a lot of threes, and when they jam Pop in the middle, there's opportunities outside, and you know, we want to be able to be a good shooting team, but we got to guard. We've got to guard. As good as we played defense the other night, we did not play that well tonight.
Have you ever coached a game where 37 out of 48 shots that go up are behind the arc?
No. It was unique, but we're a small team right now without Leslie and Richmond's, and I haven't played Milo much. We're a small team, and so that ball, if it's not Pop shooting the ball in and around the basket, we're shooting a lot of threes. They took away a lot of the layup opportunities from us. So they gave up the outside shot, and I don't think that was what beat us. It was more the defensive end and probably our 9 turnovers in the second half.
Do you have any updates on when London and Richmond's are going to be able to play?
I'm hoping Leslie probably won't. Chances are very slim. Richmond's, there's a chance that he could play, and Alexi, I think there's a better chance that he could play. When will that be happen? I have no idea, and it's frustrating for me, and it's certainly frustrating for the young men because they're, you know, I want to give them an answer every day, but the NCAA, there's, you know, I'm sure there's a little bit of a backlog with that, and we just have to be patient, weather the storm, and hopefully get them. But yet, there's no guarantee that we will get them this year.
You mentioned you wanted to do a better job to get more shots for Pop. What was Riverside doing that made it difficult to get the ball into him?
Well, I think when they went zone, you know, then they collapsed on him, and then man-to-man, you know, I don't know if we were as patient. You know, we have different pieces. You know, we can run like 3 or 4 set plays in a shot clock without calling them. And we weren't as patient at key moments to go to the next piece of the offense. And instead, maybe we took the first open shot we had. Like Jeremiah took a 3 at the top of the key. I like the fact that he's not afraid to take that shot. But maybe if we waited to the next piece, the ball goes into Pop, and he gets a chance to get a layup, or Jeremiah gets a more open shot. So, you know, that's part of the understanding of the offense and the intricacies of the offense versus calling a set play all the time and saying, all right, we're going to go, you know, 2 up, and it's a play for Pop. Well, if that's not available, then what do? You know, so there are times, yes, I call set plays. After a timeout, we call a set play, got Pop a dunk. We're not there yet where we can call a set play on the fly, and especially when you don't have Rob or Justin in the game, your usual guys at normal positions. So we'll get better at that, but we also have to trust the offense and execute it better in tighter, you know, crunch time.
Part of that difficulty, though, just the fact that the guy running your offense was in high school a few months ago?
Maybe.
His youth?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But boy, he's getting better each day. I mean, what do you have at halftime? Do you have 15 at halftime?
Something like that.
I don't know if he scored in the second half.
We had 15 and a half.
Yeah, 15 at halftime, and ends up with 7 assists and 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 43 minutes. You know, he's getting better every game. But we're not talented enough right now just to show up and play poorly and expect to win. You know, we didn't play great. We had a chance to win, but we gotta have a better focus. And there were a couple of guys that weren't as focused, you know, as I'd like. I mean, Rob goes from having a double-double to 6 points, 0 assists, 3 turnovers in 13 minutes. You know, that's inconsistency is not. We can't live through that right now.
Can you talk about Rodney's performance just a little bit?
I tell you what, as you look at the game, you say, okay, what are the bright spots? Well, the bright spots are not playing well. We had a chance to win, and the bright spots certainly Rodney. You know, along with, thought Pop played well, Jeremiah played well, thought Ryan did some really good things, but Rodney is not afraid to take and make big shots. And then more importantly to me, or as important I should say, is that he's had 3 assists and 0 turnovers. And I think he had the same numbers yesterday in terms of assists and turnovers. So he's playing really, really well. And, you know, didn't start, but he played 34 minutes. I'm very confident. You know, like that last play was designed for him to get the 3-pointer. Because we ran the same play where Pop got the dunk, so I thought they'd collapse on Pop, and he'd come out the backside. And he had a look, and I'm very confident when he's shooting the basketball, it's going to go in the basket.
After that performance, are you still, I guess, I know after the TCU game you were questioning your starting lineup. Is that still kind of set in stone? Or
No, my
is there
starting
potential
lineup, I think it's still pretty much set in stone. You know, there's always watch the film, but I don't see that changing. And I don't question our toughness. I thought we played hard. I just don't think mentally we were sharp. You know, again, I go back to a few plays early in the game. You know, Rob's open and he fumbles the ball. Rob's open for a jump shot, he dribbles it and throws it to Justin, and it's a turnover. You know, Justin's guarding Martin and lets him drive to the middle of the floor. You know, Martin's, you know, he is a driver. He hit a 3 late, but he is a driver. And we kept letting him drive the basketball to the basket. And those are mental breakdowns that we're not good enough to overcome those things.
Is Pop getting frustrated by his lack of shots?
I don't think so, no. Pop is a willing passer. Like, sometimes I'd wish he'd hold on to the ball in the post, but he's willing to throw it out quickly. And sometimes maybe he does need to catch it and hold and look around and before he passes out. And that's something I'll have to watch on the film.
Anything else?